Motor vehicles are the most potent contribution to Britain's export trade. The annual turnover of the British motor industry exceeds £350 million sterling. In United Kingdom assembly plants, work goes on unceasingly, building the wide range of cars, commercial vehicles, and passenger transport vehicles with names that are renowned throughout the world. The supply of components and accessories for building into the modern vehicle is a central force in the progress and achievement of the whole industry. Of the multitudinous parts which constitute even a single car, bus, or truck, some two-thirds are obtained from manufacturers specializing in their particular field. Situated at Darlaston, South Staffordshire, England, are the extensive works of Rubery Owen and Company Limited, parent company of the vast Owen organization and the leading producers in the United Kingdom of pressed automobile components that uphold Britain's great tradition for performance and reliability. At this great factory set in the heart of the famed Black Country, over 1.25 million wheels are produced each year for fitting to many leading makes of British cars. Equipped with special purpose machines, the production line keeps pace with a consistently high demand. With tools designed by the company's engineers and fashioned in their extensive tool rooms, each stage in the manufacture of wheel rims is the result of many years' experience. Wheel making today is a highly specialized industry involving the latest techniques of mass production. The wheels of an automobile are built to endure all the rigors imposed upon them by this modern age of speed and yet more speed. On the smooth-flowing production line, every worker is fully conscious that success in manufacture is achieved only by complete cooperation one with the other. Team spirit, pride in the job, and individual effort combine to make a first-class product. On other batteries of machines in the same huge shop, wheel centers are produced by a series of pressing operations. Every operator works with a will to ensure that there is no breakdown in the continuity of the process. As the centers and rims converge and are pressed together into a perfect fit, an important and critical stage is reached in the science of wheel construction. Teamwork and enthusiasm culminate in wheel after wheel taking its place on the conveyor every few seconds in a never-ending stream. As each wheel passes through the final processes of rust-proofing and enameling, another follows quickly in its wake, a silent tribute to production planning and unified effort of the operatives. Every day it continues, forming a veritable pipeline of supply to an industry whose very life depends upon quality and unfailing service. The manufacture of fuel tanks is also carried on in the same works. Each of the 12 departments of the 65-acre factory is planned on a line production basis to maintain peak output. The diversity of motor vehicles calls for all sizes and shapes of fuel tanks. In their manufacture, complete versatility in the art of metal pressing is essential. Female labor is successfully employed on production of motor components. Hands that have acquired a great measure of skill by long experience are constantly busy assembling and fitting parts into the fuel tanks. Over 1,000 tanks of various types, fully tested and guaranteed leak-proof, are produced each day and consigned with unfailing regularity to Britain's best-known makers of motor vehicles. Quality is the keynote at all stages of manufacture. The company rightly believes that upon the quality of even the smallest component depends the ultimate performance of the complete vehicle. On mammoth presses in another specialized department, rear axle cases are produced in large quantities. The first patent pressed steel axle case was perfected and made by Rubery Owen more than 25 years ago and became immediately popular. Fully machined to receive the transmission gear, over 4 million have been produced since their introduction to the market and fitted to well-known cars and light commercial vehicles. Rigid inspection methods are employed to ensure perfect alignment and balance when in use. Another production line turns out axles of various specifications for trailers and caravans. And in yet another department of the vast works, steel blanks are fed into the powerful jaws of giant presses. With effortless ease, they are transformed into half sections of rear axle cases for heavy transport vehicles. Ton after ton of steel is swallowed ravenously by production units that are geared to the highest pitch of efficiency in mass manufacture. Modern production welding methods are fully employed in the making of axle cases. The use of specially designed jigs, tools, and plant clearly demonstrates what a tremendous business component production really is. A progressive policy and close relationship with the motor industry right from its infancy has kept the company to the forefront in its particular field of activity. Darlaston is internationally famous for its nuts and bolts, an important commodity of every industry under the sun. At the town's largest factory, they are produced in millions. In the hot press shops, white-hot steel blanks are fed into giant presses and formed into chassis side members for buses, coaches, lorries, trailers, vehicles that are essentially built for endurance. On the plant, chassis members are made up to 36 feet long to fulfill the most arduous load-carrying conditions. The chassis frame is the backbone of every vehicle, and therefore the greatest care is taken to ensure the highest standards of performance. One of the most elaborate automotive test plants of its kind in the world has been specially installed at the Darlaston plant. A chassis, a wheel, an axle, even a complete vehicle can be subjected to the most adverse conditions that could be experienced on the roads anywhere. Research of this nature yields valuable data, which the company's technicians apply to a continual improvement of component design in collaboration with the motor vehicle manufacturers. Rubery Owen and Company Limited are the acknowledged pioneers of the modern pressed steel chassis frame. More than 50 years spent on their manufacture has brought into being special plant, equipment, and production facilities that cater for the needs of all the great names in the motor industry. The manufacture of car chassis frames alone is a big business, involving a multiplicity of sizes and designs and comprising individual pressings of every description. Pressings which flow ceaselessly from the press shops to the assembly bays are mounted onto specially constructed jigs to be built into complete chassis frames. The workers realize that their job really counts, that they are a vital link in a great chain of human endeavor. Their inherent craftsmanship makes a great contribution to the success of Britain's biggest exporting industry. To take their place on the assembly lines at highly mechanized automobile plants, chassis frames, wheels, fuel tanks, axle cases, and a vast array of ancillary components daily leave the hive of activity on fleets of lorries bearing the familiar RO insignia. Rubery Owen are proud of the fact that one or another of their products is embodied in virtually every vehicle produced in Britain. They are prouder still about not only serving but being an integral part of a truly great industry, an industry that by foresight, energy and enterprise, in a spirit of friendly rivalry, has flourished and created for British vehicles a high esteem as well as a prominent place in world markets.